Today's discussion is about phase velocity and group velocity. So before that, we can discuss what is a wave packet. How do you construct a wave packet? So we can see in figure. This is called as wave packet. So we can see what is a wave packet. So first we are taking two signals. Here we can take the green wave and this blue wave. So if we are superimposing this green and blue wave, we will get the red wave. That means its amplitude is added up. So you will get this superposition position. After this superposition, you will get this red wave. So this, like if you are adding different frequencies, so we can see we have two wave signal to wave having different frequencies. So if you are adding this two, you will get the third signal as resultant. So if you are adding this type several waves, if several waves of different wavelength or frequencies and phases are superposed together, one would get the resultant, which is a localized wave packet. So if we are superimposing different waves having different frequencies, then we will get the resultant as this third wave, and this resultant wave is called a localized wave packet. So we can see this is the localized wave packet. And what do you mean by this wave packet? A wave packet is a group of waves with slightly different wavelength interfering with one another in a way that the amplitude of the group, that means envelope, is non-zero only in the neighborhood of the particle. So if you are adding different waves having different frequency, you will get a wave packet. So wave packet is nothing but is a group of wave with slightly different wavelength, and this envelope, that means the amplitude of the group of this wave is non-zero only in the neighborhood of the particles. So a wave packet is localized, that means a good representation for a particle. So if you are adding different waves, you will get a wave packet. So that describe a particle itself. So we can see next what is phase velocity and group velocity and this wave packet. So the velocities of the individual waves which superpose to produce the wave packet represent the particle are different. So the wave packet as a whole has a different velocity from the waves that comprise it. So if you are considering a wave packet, and this if you are considering the velocity of that wave packet as a whole, that should be different from the wave that comprise it. So we can define the phase velocity as the rate at which the phase of the wave propagate in space, that is called phase velocity. The rate at which the phase of the wave propagate in phase, that is in space, is called as phase velocity. And group velocity is the rate at which the envelope of the wave packet propagates. So we can say that the phase velocity means each component velocity is called the phase velocity, and the group together, the envelope of that wave packet, how propagated, that velocity is called, that rate is called as group velocity. So we can see that the phase velocity is the rate at which the phase of the wave propagate in space, or the component velocity is called as phase velocity, because the wave packet is made up of different components having different frequencies or wavelength, and each phase or each component velocity is called as phase velocity. So this is the rate at which the phase of the wave propagate in space, and this is the velocity at which the phase of any one frequency component of the wave will propagate. And you could pick one particular phase of the wave, and it would appear to travel at the phase velocity. So if we are considering component wise, then we will describe it using phase velocity. The phase velocity is given in terms of the wave's angular frequency omega and wave vector k. So the phase velocity is always defined by using omega and k, or omega and beta, that is phase shift. So we can say that it is Vp equal to omega by k, or omega by beta. Next we can see what is group velocity. Group velocity is nothing but group velocity of a wave is the velocity with which the variation in the shape of the wave's amplitude known as the modulation or envelope of the wave propagate through space. So if the envelope of the wave or the velocity with which that group of waves amplitude varying, that is called as a group velocity. The group velocity is defined by the equation. We can see that Vg is equal to dou by dou k of W. The variation of this wave vector, the variation of this angular frequency with respect to this k wave vector is called as group velocity, where Vg is the group velocity, omega is the wave's angular frequency, k is the wave number. The function omega of k, which varies omega as a function of k, is known as the dispersion relation, and this variation of omega with respect to k is known as dispersion relation. So one more time we can define the phase velocity and group velocity as velocity of signal component that propagate along the same direction is called as phase velocity, and velocity with which a group of signal propagate is called group velocity. So in signal component velocity is called as phase velocity, and group of signal propagate, how they propagate, what is its velocity, that is called as group velocity. That means velocity of envelope. So we can see this in this figure. This is an amplitude modulated signal waveform. So the phase velocity as the individual component velocity, where the group velocity is the outer envelope velocity. So here different frequency components are superimposed. Group velocity is the velocity of the wave packet, that is velocity with which envelope of the wave packet propagate through space. The phase velocity is the velocity at which phase of any one component of the wave will propagate. So the modulation results in group of large amplitude which move along with the group velocity. This group is called wave packet. So we already defined what is a wave packet, what is a phase velocity, and what is group velocity. So phase velocity, we have the expression omega by k in terms of wave vector, or we can write in terms of phase shift as omega by beta. And group velocity is dou omega by dou k, or dou by dou beta of omega. That's another expression. And for a lossless medium, we studied that beta is equal to omega into root of mu epsilon. So you will get the phase velocity as 1 by root of mu epsilon, which is 1 by root of mu epsilon. We can write as mu 0 mu r into epsilon 0 epsilon r. In that 1 by root of mu 0 epsilon 0 is the value of c, divided by root of mu r epsilon r, where c is the velocity of light. That's value is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So phase velocity for a lossless medium is c divided by root of mu r epsilon r. And we have the another relation between this Vp and Vg. The relation between Vp and Vg is Vg is equal to Vp minus lambda d by d lambda of Vp. So what is the relation between Vp and Vg? Means Vg is equal to Vp minus lambda d by d lambda of Vp, where Vp is the phase velocity and Vg is the group velocity. So for any media, Vp should be greater than Vg, and the product of this Vp Vg should be square of our light velocity, that means c square. Or so we can say that Vg is, should be less than c and Vp should be greater than c. Vp is always greater than Vg, and this Vg is less than c and Vp is greater than c. So if you are multiply this two, you will get c square. And for normal, we already said that this function of omega is a function of wave number, so that is called dispersion. And for normal dispersion, Vg greater than, sorry, Vp is greater than Vg. So that's the usual case. Vp is always greater than Vg. And if sometimes if Vg is less than Vp, is that condition is sometimes if Vg is greater than Vp, that condition is called as anomalous dispersion. So for normal dispersion, Vp value is always greater than Vg. That's the normal condition, and the abnormal condition is Vg greater than Vp. And if there is no dispersion means Vg equal to Vp, that means this is called that phase velocity is equal to group velocity condition is called as non-dispersion condition. That means the velocity is a function of frequency, that is called dispersion. So the normal dispersion means Vp is greater than Vg, that's the normal condition, and abnormal or anomalous condition is that Vg is greater than Vp, and there is non-dispersion means Vg is equal to Vp. So next we can define this one more time. The group velocity is the speed of the wave packet. We already said it. Then the phase velocity is the speed of individual waves. So we can see that first thing, phase velocity is equal to group velocity. So we can say that if phase velocity equal to group velocity, the entire waveform, the component waves and their envelope moves one non-dispersive wave. We already said that this condition, phase velocity equal to group velocity, is the non-dispersive condition. Second one, if phase velocity equal to minus of group velocity, that means the envelope moves in the opposite direction of the component wave. So component move in one direction but the envelope move in opposite direction. Next is phase velocity. Third figure is the phase velocity greater than group velocity. That means the component waves move more quickly than the envelope. And phase velocity less than group velocity means the component wave more slowly than the envelope. And group velocity equal to 0 means the envelope is stationary while the component waves move through it. So in figure fifth figure shows the group velocity equal to 0. That means envelope are stationary, component only moving. And phase velocity equal to 0 means now only the envelope moving, stationary, components are stationary. So these are the different meaning of these figures. Next we can see what is the relation between group velocity and phase velocity. We already said that this Vg is equal to Vp minus lambda d by d lambda of Vp. That's the relation. So we can derive this here. So we can see that omega, we already said that the variation of omega with respect to k is the phase velocity. So we can write this omega is equal to Vpk, or Vg is equal to d omega by dk. That's also we define. And then we can write Vg as this omega is Vpk, so we can write Vg as d by dk of Vpk. So next we are differentiating that, so you will get it as Vp plus we can take this we can take this Vp and k, both are functions of k, so we can take it as two variables. So differentiation of two variable is first variable into differential of second variable plus second variable into differential of first variable. So we will get it as Vp plus k d by dk of Vp, and again this we can write as Vp plus k by dk of dVp. So next we need to find what is dVp, and not dVp, we need to find what is k. K in terms of lambda is 2 pi by lambda. K is a wave number, and in terms of lambda you remember k is equal to 2 pi by lambda. So you will get dk as minus 2 pi by lambda square d lambda. So dk in terms of lambda is minus 2 pi by lambda square d lambda. So we can differentiate this k equal to 2 pi by lambda equation. So you will get it as 2 pi is a constant. So dk by d lambda is minus lambda square, or dk is 2 pi by lambda square minus d lambda. So we can substitute, that's in our equation. So k by dk becomes 2 pi by lambda by minus 2 pi by lambda square d lambda. So you will get it as minus lambda by d lambda. So we can write Vg is equal to Vp minus lambda dVp by d lambda. So in this k by dk we are substituting. So you will get Vg is equal to Vp minus lambda by dVp by d lambda. So that's the relation between phase velocity and group velocity. Similarly, so this is the relation Vp minus lambda dVp by d lambda. That is the relation between phase velocity and group velocity. So phase velocity means individual component velocity, and the envelope velocity is called as group velocity.